Take care, Penjay. Enjoy Valheim, mate. Now, strength or chance. Child is strong. They will follow the path of the warrior. Crafting, gathering, or the child is wise beyond its years. They could train to become the spiritual leader of your flock, a Zerker. They have 6 in wisdom. Luck is only 2.4. It's wisdom and chance. You can try it. There's a chance it can go badly. But we have been building Shadowstar towards this, so best of luck, Shadowstar! Path of the Zerker is a spiritual one, and there are few physical dangers, yet the chance of success is slim without proper training. Begin the trials! The child is a youth no more. Today they join the proud calling of the Zerker. Hooray! Shadowstar, well done you! They went from having 2.4 luck to 6.1. 3.3 on crafting to 9.3, 7.8 on research, 7 on rituals, 5.2 on gathering, which is quite nice. Stat-wise, they're a little bit more perceptive. They have gained a whole whopping 10 intelligence and 7 wisdom. They've also gone up by a fairly convincing 6 destiny and 5 mysticism. Rejoice.
Shaken in your sleep, you wake to find yourself fallen from a hammock onto dry, brittle soil.
What hammock? Look around.
Dazed and displaced, your eyes glaze over a land steeped in dark shadows. There is no hammock, no sign of your camp, but there is a dim light flickering ahead.
Follow it.
You walk towards the light, and with every step, the shadows part beneath your feet and a path is revealed.
We've got magic, nature, and intellect. We're going to avoid the path and try to find our own way. No, actually, we're going to walk it. I don't think forging our own ways, that's more turmoil, I think.
The island is only small enough to hold one tiny tree sapling, barely grown from the evergreen soil beneath its long silver roots. And yet its presence is overwhelming as it tugs at the very fabric of your being.
Nyia, thank you very much for the 21 months. Diolch yn fawr. The more you have in an attribute, including from items, the more chances you have of getting that stat from a level up in the future. Yes, very much yes. It is well worth stacking items for an attribute you want. Approach it.
6 stones lie before you, floating in the air. One is smooth and black, with a single rune glowing on it. One is rough, uncut, woven with green vine. One is made of red ruby and shaped into a heart. One is square and seems to have rows of words written upon it. One is sharp, hot and red with blood. One is made of glass that reflects a single ray of sunlight, even here. You know each stone speaks to the divine domains, and you know approaching them will guide you to your deity.
Choose nature, magic, and intellect for Nyia.
You smell the undeniable stench of rotting flesh, and you sense the sorrows of passing souls before you. Chosen. But by whom, I wonder? Me?
Confirm it. You've always felt you were made for something more.
Oh, I see. How odd. I never did feel your coming until just now. Or did I? Yet you felt our bond. Good, useful, wise. Now you must be my minion amongst the lands of the living.
Accept this calling.
The mark of the dead is an unpleasant burden. You must respect the laws of nature and guide souls to their end. If it were up to me, this would be all. But they say we must also help the living, aid the other gods. Do so in my name. You must be my hand, for the land will soon shatter into oblivion, and others seem to think this will not be good.
Ask for more information.
You hear the voice of your god shift, as if they now spoke as all the gods together.
This is the sacred cosmic tree, our divine home and our blood duty. It holds darkness at bay, you see. The crown holds the dark skies where they should be. And while the dark lingers yet in our land, it is no longer all-devouring. And yet, the tree stands in peril once more. But more so, we all stand in despair.
But like I said, last time we were here, Aavak was already an undead. Shh, it's fine. Ask why the gods need to chosen.
The gods fight with forces beyond your reach or understanding. But I believe the real fight awaits below, with you. Marked by the Pantheon, you and those who will join you will find the truth that is clouded from our divine sight. For the cosmic tree felt the danger, and so did our divine parents, Mokosh and Perun, and our eldest siblings, Morena and Veles. The four disappeared, and for a time the earth ceased to break. They also shielded the tree, but this has its own side effects.
Yes?
The tree is protected, but this protection takes strength from us directly, so we cannot give our full strength to our children. Once again, it is up to mortals and their allies to restore Thea. Marked by the Pantheon, you and those who will join you will find the truth that is clouded from our divine sight.
Ask what danger.
The voice of all gods speaks to you with sadness.
It is something old, something hidden, something that beckons me to its grasp. Fires burn ever brighter, the sun grows stronger, and yet it feels wrong. Our time here grows short. I know not what path you need to take, but I will guide your steps as you will guide my sight. Go, live, grow, but do not forget your purpose.
I'll kneel in acceptance.
You will find signs. You will see the wrongs of this land. In time, your true purpose will become clear to you. Be well, my children.
And wake up. And Silverdell. It's a full Zerker, not a young one. As with the Tainted Shaman, for example, if you have a goblin child and the right conditions are met, you could try to become a shaman. A full success will mean you'll be a shaman. A partial success or a mild failure might mean you become a tainted shaman, a lesser version of it, which can eventually become a full shaman in time. Likewise, a young Zerker can become a full Zerker in time, but for a bit, they'll be less capable. Some experience points, some research points. And our hunter just leveled up. Nice. Well, I think it's an obvious one here. We're going to go straight for perception because that's going to be the hunter's main ability. And as soon as we've got a bow, it's going to become especially important. Currently gathering at a rate of 71 by itself, which is amazing. You're gathering at a rate of 52, so you gather a whole seaweed by yourself. However, I don't think we need it as badly, so we'll swap you around a little bit. Let's have a look. We're doing okay here. Do we have anything else to use? Oh, actually we do, yes. Okay, I'll just set that up. There we go. You'll finish... Oh, actually, let's move this one down by 1 and move you up. And then maximize that. There we go. We'll get more types of food as quickly as we can.
And you are invited to rest and eat with the family. They also offer their stables as a place to camp if you need to.
I shall accept their hospitality. Yeah, I will be talking with the dōla, but I've got enough turns to last it out and get down there with Anubis still as a child. Got 5 turns on that, and I was just waiting for nighttime to pass, basically. Accept their hospitality.
Get a warm meal and are invited to listen to folk tales from the old Baba. The children ask you many questions about the wider world, and you are somewhat relieved when it is time to sleep.
Rest.
Woken by a distant tremor, you rise from the gravel and dust that surrounds you. Nyia steps away from you. A deep gash has swallowed the farmhouse that gave you refuge the night before. Dust and debris are all that remains.
Wow, you got a blessing, a physical blessing there. Look for visors.
Search the debris for other survivors. There was a family of 6. The little girl gave
Hello,
you a
Amelia.
doll to keep you safe at night.
Keep looking.
There are no signs of life. In fact, you realize that it is very quiet and still here, as if time itself has halted. You look down the chasm to check for bodies, but instead of the darkness you expected, you are blinded by a ray of bright light.
Okay, step back. Also, I'm very glad to see that Shadowstar used the risk it for a biscuit emote when they became a Zerker. I approve.
The light dims, and before you stands the family. Their bodies are twisted and broken from the shattering, but they seem unhindered by it. Their eyes white and focused, yet empty. Their limbs are loose, unnaturally relaxed even. At first you assume they are now unliving, but you can see blood still pumping in their veins and their hearts beating slowly. They walk away from you without a word, moving together in unnerving unison.
I'm going to stay vigilant, because nature and intellect... I do have magic as my domain, but nature and intellect are my domain, so this is like double in a way.
Whatever these people have become, they are overfilled with the energy of light and harmony. This stifling, unnatural concentration of force is an abomination against both nature and intellect.
Now, this is a battle, not a conceptual battle. But I think we can go for this. I definitely feel that we can go for this. Would have been great if I could have given you this, though, but oh well. Or even this one, actually. Though you'll do more damage with the Bone Wand right now. Okay, let's get into this fight. We're going to be going against Sviatelko. This has Soul Tear, does 5.6. Poison Dust, which does 5 on a horizontal slash. Light Connection, Speed of the Swarm. So they get faster the more of them that they get placed. It's a flying demon. It can use Energy Disturb. Dive Attack. No, it won't be able to use that. And it can use Brute Force. They all the same. They've all got 24. Oh, this one has Weakness and has Reliable Argument. That won't help it. This one has Poison Dust and Reliable Argument. Reliable Argument won't help. This one has Protective Word. Okay, so they are kind of spread out. It's going to be an interesting battle. Let's see what Auto-Resolve would give us. With some... with serious injuries. But we're going to resolve manually. Begin. Now, it is possible that if our faith is shaken enough, someone will just leave. And that would be bad. Let's just say. Right, let's get Ground Shake in play. Now, that's a horizontal slash there. I could play you just so that you could absorb some damage. Yeah, let's get you in play just so you can absorb damage. Okay, so it's used a point to play someone and a point to deploy. To add a little bit of protection and to deploy someone. Well, let's get our Zerker in. Inspire will increase combat ability, I believe. and reduce their delay. But let's go for the actual raw damage initially. And we're going to pass the rest of this turn. Hey, Plumber Smack, how you doing, mate? Another protection, okay. Interesting move. Interesting move. You're going to do 5 damage to either. How many people can this affect? 1 person. So I could bring you down to 11 seconds. I wouldn't be able to slow you 2 down enough, so there's no point. So instead, I'm going to go for... Well, I'm acting after you anyway. Let's go ahead and get double use out of that ability. End the turn. I'm going to give shielding to Dark Aavak. Oh. Tried to slow me down. I see. But yeah, shielding to Dark Aavak. It only played 2 of its cards. It's a very interesting move. Very interesting move. Okay. Now, the horizontal slash doesn't do any significant damage to me. Same here, because it doesn't actually get to move around. Tiny bit of damage. You're only really there to absorb damage. Sure, go ahead and hit. Now, you'll do a little bit more damage now than last time, because lower than max health, but Dark Aavak still got the shield, so we'll absorb it. It's 1 down. You can now attack anyone on the field. I haven't settled yet, no. Now, you've got 4 damage, target's closest enemy. I'll go ahead and place Dark Aavak down here once again, and I will place you just below. This is just a straight direct attack, as is that, but you're now speeding up. And you're going to continue to get faster and faster and faster over time. So there's not much reason for me to use Dark Aavak to continually try to slow them down. However, the weakness is still a potentially powerful attack. I'm just not going to play it just yet. Let's get a bit of a shield going. I may use that again in a moment. We'll see which cards it plays. If it just uses protection, then Dark Aavak's not going to have a significant advantage here. I'm going to give you a double shield. Let's see what you do now. Are you going to play another card? No. Just going to try and slow us down, I think. Okay, well, I can either go for more damage output, and I think more damage output is where I'm going to go. Or I could have improved the combat abilities of my characters on the field, but I think this is going to be the better option. Sure, go for the same one. Just remove that one enemy. That reduces the amount of incoming damage on this turn. Kids are in bed, so I'm doing good. Glad to hear it, mate. There we go. Now remember that Auto Resolve said that we would have significant injuries from this.
The oppressive light lingers, as if searching for a new host, but it does not approach you, and eventually it disappears.
The auto-resolve was going to give us a win, but we would have serious injuries as a result. Now, with a regular fight, so it's not a concept fight, the outcome is applied to your stats. So that would have hit our faith. And in much the same way, if you have too low health, you're at risk of dying. If you have too low faith, you're at risk of just kind of having a soul sickness and just giving up. But yeah, we lost 9 faith there. It's not terrible. We'll recover that. Spiritual blessing, very nice. And down here, Calypticon gained destiny. 1.3 destiny. Permanent increase on that one. That isn't a timed blessing. That is just a straight up stat increase. That's taking them up to 3.9. That was really nice. In 1.7 experience and 2 research points. It is now autumn. Crafting is 25% faster. Enemies are as aggressive during the day as they are during the night. We can have rain, sunny days, wind, darkness, and scorch as our weather types. It's currently wind. Increased sea movement points by 2. Characters lose 1 sanity and 2 faith each turn. That's not good. That's not good on an incredibly high level. So, let's have a look. 1 faith point is recovered each turn, but can also perform the spiritual healing ritual. Faith below 30% causes gradual health loss. Oh, that's right. Yes, yes. Faith below 30%, you don't leave because of that. Whereas sanity, you do. Sanity is like they eventually just lose their faith in the endeavor and they just walk away. Whereas low faith will actually start hurting your health. What kind of wind strips you of sanity? Well, have you ever heard of a place called Arrakis? The storms on Arrakis could whip the sand into such a frenzy that it would strip the flesh from your bones and then grind those bones to dust. I imagine before it got that far, you were also stripped of your sanity. Who knows? There's just dust left. I don't know how to test how sane you are when you're just dust. But I assume that the pain would probably drive you mad. But, yes, I do quite like that. But we're going to upgrade to this bone wand instead. It's a little bit more powerful. Evil whispers on the wind, indeed. Alright, we've got to get on the move now. There really isn't that much time for me to gather this stuff. I'm terribly sorry. I'm going to allow them to eat the fish and the seaweed alone, just so I can get back up to the health regen. But we are breaking camp at this point. We need to be on the move, and we need to be on the move now. We want to get to that curve game as quickly as we can.
As the sun rises high, you feel its gentle warmth on your
It's
skin
Saruman.
and rejoice at the growing strength of the light over darkness. But as you do so, you begin to feel uneasy. The warmth becomes ever more constant, unrelenting, the air stale and oppressive.
It's the telemarketers. They're trying some advanced wind-based techniques to make those sales. But as you begin to feel uneasy, intellect or nature. Try
As
not
you
to panic.
slowly move away, you soon see that the sun's rays are full of odd creatures. These light wisps are trying to attach themselves to you with their tentacles, and they are burning through your body and spirit.
It's
Your
fine.
domain remains neutral
We
to
will
this
take them
assault,
out.
which allows you greater clarity of mind to resist the attack.
In fact, this group is becoming easier for us to fight. Just want to make sure, though. Oh, wait. No, you're actually a stronger opponent than usual. Always worth checking. Yeah, you do 14.7 damage now. You guys shouldn't be much more than normal, though. So that one is a problem. But okay. $14 poison damage. We're alright. I think I'm up to the task. We can do 10 damage and a stun. Apply. And also get that shield up and running. I can apply some protection, or I can just increase my character's speed. We're already going to kill them. And this can be done on one person at a time. We're going to gain 1.2 damage from this. Very nice. I don't think I want to play any other abilities for now. I will weaken this. I now move first, so assuming nothing else particularly bad happens, I'm going to win on the first turn. I will take them out completely, but you're going to survive. Let's bump up my damage potential just a little bit more. Here we go. Now, I've still got all of the buffs that I was given initially, which is amazing. So I don't need to worry about the shield, really. I'm just going to continue to buff my strength and my speed. Let's reduce their capabilities of causing damage to me. It's amazing how strong you become as you apply these abilities. And let's do it again. I now move first, and I do 16 damage to everything on the field. And just because I can, I'll pump it up. Now that we've got Shadow Star backing up Dark Aavak, we can become crazy, absolutely crazy powerful, as you can see.
You remain strong and balanced, committed to neither light nor darkness in your domain, so the wisps seem unable to reach you. Seeing their failure, the wisps flicker away towards the sun and disappear. You see burnt carcasses of bugs and small critters around you, but you also spot a small pack of oddly paired beings moving away in unison, as if trying to follow the wisps.
That's 13 obsidian. That is a nice item, a very nice item indeed. But we got 2.1 experience from that. And 2 full research points. We only need 6 more and we gain another research level. Right, our Zerka just got a level up, which is amazing. Ooh. Apocalypticon could get line charge. Now, line charge, it's not like a spear, sadly, but it does do vertical splash like a spear does. It just doesn't have the first strike. Or I can level up headbutt, which is what I'm going to do. At that point, we could use headbutt and actually do more damage than they can with their weapon. Let me just show that again. Currently, oh, sorry, no. Our current weapon, which is a two-handed sword, does 15 damage. Mind you, it can do it to 3 people. So, you know, you've got to account for that. Also, it adds shielding. But it adds the shielding passively. But this will do 13.5 damage with an activation time of 3.7 versus our weapon, which has got a 4.4 activation time. But it'll also stun the opponent, increasing their delay by 3 seconds. Sadly, gents, that's the end of my recollection of those events. Ah, yes, for those who may be watching this in Vodland, chat has just spent some time recounting Lord of the Rings from the point that they comment about how Saruman is trying to bring the mountain down on them and how they must fly to Moria. Right, we're definitely going with this. However, as for your abilities... Oh, you've actually got... Oh, you've got new abilities. You've got a Zerka-specific ability that I hadn't taken account for. You've gained Protective Word and you gained Inspire. Now, Inspire is activated by your intelligence, and that's what we've been using up to now. But Reliable Argument is still run off your Wisdom, and currently you do 19.5 on that. If I bumped your Wisdom even further, you would become crazy powerful. But the beautiful thing about a Zerka is it can kind of excel in any of the spiritual or mental abilities. So a weapon that works on any of them would be fine. But since we do already have Reliable Argument, that being said, we currently got blessings. Yeah, we've got a spiritual blessing. We've currently got 150%. So yeah, we're much more in intelligence and wisdom. I wasn't accounting for that properly. The blessing. I was like, hang on a second, that's 20 damage. That's a lot. No, I think we're gonna double down on wisdom. Now, if you have a quick look, we should see that your Reliable Argument now does 22 damage in a mental challenge. Just had an idea. Aavak reading Lord of the Rings on stream. I'm fairly certain that would be that would fall into some sort of copyright issue. As much as I would love to, sadly, I suspect 'tis not to be. I'm actually going to give you... I'm going to give you one of these. No, I'm going to give you that simply because you'll be able to use Hurry Up. It's not much, but it's something. You won't do much damage, even if you get into a fight, but it'll at least be potential to back us up. Right, time for us to go and say hello to the dōla. Leopold's map leads you to an abandoned house. This is where the dōla, who may give you an invite to the curve game, is supposed to dwell. Demon or wisdom? There we go. Shadowstar. dōla are friendly demons. Go in and call out to her. The dōla demon is rare and often goes unseen, for she takes on the shapes of common pets. So when you see a black cat staring at you, you suspect it's her. Tell her of the shack you met and the curve game that you need to get into. Ah, the silliness. Yes, I know of it. Why should I aid you? Or that notorious friend of mine who should not have participated in the first place? House demons playing cruel tricks for fun and gambling. The shame! Implore her to aid, for you may not have any other way than killing the poor shack, she calls friend. Say you really want to help the shack, and this game sounds awful. Or, child, look at her with those large, sad eyes. Now, this is why we make... I could easily have done these, but this is basically the cheat code for dealing with any dōla. Dōlas are protectors of children by their nature. Playing nasty tricks on children? I will not stand idly by, my dear. I shall aid you, because someone should go and sort those fools out. There you go. Auto win. Having a child in your party is literally a cheat code for dealing with any dōla situation. How can she get you in? I will briefly grant you my ability to shift form. This way, the demons will think you are one of my kind. So all you need is this invitation. She hands you a bloody human tooth. It will show you an entrance when the time for another game comes, and my enchantment will work when it needs to. No sooner. Thank her and leave. Yeah, nanny cat demon, yes. There we go. 2 research and 1.3 experience points. We're actually getting close. How close are you to leveling up, my boy? You've got 3 turns, and I need to get you another 3 experience. So, if I can average 1 experience per turn. Actually, I'd need more than that to level up on the right time. That said, okay, got something down there. We've got something up there as well. Also got something over there. Maybe worth it.
You come to a place torn up by tremors. Surrounded by deep chasms in the ground lies a small patch of swamp. Within sits what looks like a very large toad, perched on a water lily leaf. It croaks a sad melody.
Approach. I'll actually take a closer look.
This is most likely a chmoo.
Chmoo.
A shy swamp demon with a reputation for appearing to lazy or weakened folk and draining their lives.
Consider the true demon law. Apparently I know the true demon law. I shall consider it.
You know this reputation to be false. The creature is in fact drawn to illness and despair, and driven to take them upon itself. As a result, the demon is misshapen, forever suffering. This one, however, looks unusual. It has golden scales along its neck, and long crystal eyelashes that flicker with light with every move.
Ask your demon kin if he is alright. My demon kin? Well, no one in my party is a demon. Unless the fact that we have dōla magic with us classifies, or the shaman or the Zerker are somehow using their abilities. But I'm fairly certain that Dark Aavak is not demonkin. Magic user, yes. Chosen, yes. Creepy, yes. But demonkin, no. Interesting. Also, of note, we've picked up Poison Throwing Dagger as an ability from being a hunter. Additionally, we've picked up Outmaneuver. You know the ground for the upcoming battle. Now you need to use that information to your advantage. My lord, in a mental battle, we can do some crazy, crazy damage. I approve. What about the bunny? Oh, that's true. We do have a demon bunny.
I am fine, I think. I have no name, or do I? Although now that you mention it, it seems like I should. Have you seen my swamp? I lost it.
How can one lose a swamp?
The earth shook, the holes came, and the swamp was gone. Then everyone left, only me, alone here. And I cannot stomp on dry land, you see. But I know someone who can help. Will you carry me to her?
I agree to help.
Great. It isn't far, only there. And because you were so kind, here, I hear my spit is good for healing and other stuff. The
And other
toad-like
stuff,
creature
really?
croaks and spits a green, smelly ball of goo and hands it to you.
Thanks. Thanks. Okay. Research points. 1.3 experience. Good. Okay. We are absolutely going to be upgrading outmaneuver. And poison dagger just... I can already do enough damage in physical combat. What I want is to be able to do crazy damage in mental combat. Now, this does allow for mental combat, but this is just a straight up better option. Okay. My spit heals and stuff. Blah, blah, blah. Pretty much, yeah. Yep. Someone's watched too much Bleach recently. Hidden amid the fog and shrubbery, you discover ancient ruins before you investigate. Among the mostly looted ruins, you discover an untouched chamber hidden beneath a load of rubble that must have shifted recently. Investigate. Within what seems like the remnants of a kitchen, with an old stone stove at its center, you see broken pots and pans, a long, rotten pantry, and the skeletal remains of several humanoids that clearly died trapped there. Go in closer to see if the remains hold anything valuable. Yes. There is a loud purr, and a rugged cat-like creature pounces on you, claws and teeth first. You shake it off, and it scampers away, leaving you with a few deep cuts and a curse. Well, poop, why have I got a physical curse again? Oh, no! Lost a little bit of health, but the physical curse is the rough one. Hi, Kaiser. Oh, this event. I always get the same result. ... Not this result, though. What result do you usually get, Hi, Kaiser? Gather anything useful and leave. I actually got a load of herbs, which isn't too bad, and some clay, which also isn't too bad. Not much information, though. Gathering that would take me an age, but it is a way of gaining experience quickly. Are you going to level up? With a physical curse? Well, thankfully, we weren't actually going for anything with the physical side of things, but could be rough. Actually, you're going to level up the next turn anyway, simply because of the amount of EXP you generate each turn. Rats. My party falls down into a living tide of rats. Oh, interesting. Ooh, Aavak for breakfast today. Morning, folks. Hey, Demi and Derp. How you doing, mate? You were sent by Leopold, yeah? Say, maybe I pay you and you kill that arrogant, annoying twat. We both happy, eh? Why? Why? He a stalker, that why. Wants to get into my pants for 100 years now. So I finally tricked that tooth fairy fella to help me be rid of it, that idiot. At least for a time, but then you come along. So you set up Leopold? You deaf? Yeah, I did. Now you kill him? I'll give you my wand. It's good, I swear. No. I refuse. Oh, come on, pretty please. He's such a nuisance. Why? Why? He a stalker! I told you already. No. No. I refuse. Also, got to level up. And research points. You can just straight up kill the Holic. There we are. We're now sitting on 3 experience points, and you get a new. Oh, okay. So I just straight up have to take one of them. All right. All Well, I can go for Hunter's Mark. This causes... it runs off perception, which we're not building, but drops an enemy. It's much like weakness, really.